peaceful village surrounded by green fields and fresh air lived a hard-working farmer named Kai and his only Lee. The farmer woke up before sunrise every day, worked under the burning sun, and returned home tired but satisfied. Lee, however, was different. The village of Kai and Lee was peaceful. Birds sang in the mornings. Children played near the river every day. And Kai was known as a wise and calm man. He spoke little, but his words carried meaning, yet behind his calm face, Kai carried a silent worry in his heart. People often came to him for advice. His young son, Lee, was careless and lazy. Whenever his father asked for help in the fields, Lee would reply, "Not today, father. I'll start tomorrow." While others worked in the fields or learned a skill, Adil wasted his days. He wandered along village roads without purpose. He sat under trees watching others work, waiting for time to pass. Days turned into months, and months into years. But Lee did not change. One quiet morning, Kai called his son softly. "Lee, come here, my child." Kai's house is small, and inside their house stood an old wooden cupboard. Its doors creaked when opened. Kai pointed toward it and said, "Inside is a watch. Bring it to me." Lee opened the cupboard and took out the watch. It was old but clean and well cared for. The ticking sound was gentle, like a steady heartbeat. Kai looked at the watch for a long moment. Then he spoke. "Go to the market," he said. "Show this watch to people. Ask them what price they would give for it." Lee nodded and walked toward the busy market. He showed the watch to shopkeepers and villagers. One man said it was worth very little. Another said it was worth much more. Some praised it, others ignored it. Everyone gave a different answer. Confused, Lee returned home. "Father," he said. Everyone gave different prices. Lee smiled calmly. "Put the watch back." The next day, Kai again called his son. "Bring the watch." When Lee returned, Kai said, "Now go again to the market, but this time ask them the price of the time inside this watch." Lee felt confused, but he obeyed. At the market, people laughed. Some shook their heads. Some ignored him completely. A few called him foolish. Sad and embarrassed, Lee walked away. Near the end of the street, he noticed a small, quiet shop. An old man sat there repairing watches. His hair was white. His hands were steady and calm. Lee asked softly, "Sir, what is the price of the time inside this watch?" The old man stopped his work. He looked at Lee with kind eyes. "My son," he said, "time has no price. You can spend gold, but you cannot buy even one lost moment." He continued, "Time flows like a river. If you sleep, it passes. If you waste it, it disappears. But if you respect it, it gives life. Everyone has the same hours each day, the rich and the poor. The difference is how they use them." Something awakened inside Lee's heart. He felt ashamed, but also hopeful. He thanked the old man and hurried home. He told his father everything. Kai placed his hand on his son's shoulder and said, "Now you understand." From that day, Lee changed. He woke early. He worked with discipline. He valued every moment like a precious seed. Under the same tree where he once wasted time, he now planned his future. Time became his teacher, and wisdom became his guide. We often see in our lives that people who keep wasting time in their lives can never be successful. Time cannot be bought. Time cannot be stored. But time can change a life when used wisely. Some lessons do not shout. They do not rush or force themselves upon us. They wait patiently, like time itself. And before we begin, take a deep breath. Slow your thoughts.